episode of The Classified Lady. I'm Dr. H, and you all know her is Dr. Soon to be Dr. Alex. And yeah, y'all, we're rocking and rolling, enjoying ourselves. July was Black Mental Health Awareness Month, and I don't know what August is, but it don't even matter. So it don't even matter. It's so much, it don't even matter. But yeah, so today's topic is humbling Black women, and I don't want to be on a soapbox, but I'm probably going to be on a soapbox today because I feel like there's this, especially in the climate that we live in now, there is this innate need in some people, and in others, some people just go out of their way to do it, that people feel like they need to humble Black women. And it's like, even when we over here minding our business.
Yeah.
People just feel like they want to humble Black women. And I think that even more so is happening because we have audacity. And I'm not talking about the bootleg audacity that people got on the internet these days, because it's always the ones with the most audacity in the face and the body that got something to say, that want to come for people, that have all these grand opinions. But I'm talking about real audacity, like Obama was talking about the audacity to hope. We have the audacity to take a step back in this climate and do us. Like, we have the audacity to have credentials. We have the audacity to pave ways for ourselves and, not participate in patriarchy, right? We're not contributing to the economic system in the traditional way. And I believe that that is part of why some people want to humble or call themselves humbling Black women, whether it's directly or indirectly, because we're not participating anymore. And we've decided that we're choosing ourselves. And you don't know that Black women are an economic system. We are literally part of the economic structure that is patriarchy and how things work, at least in America. Now, I'm not saying it don't work that way anywhere else, but I'm versed on America because I learned it. I mean, that's all I know, right? Slavery was an economic system, and there is a blueprint. Y'all don't be wanting to believe about Willie Lynch, but he went all around the world teaching this economic blueprint. But I don't know if it works, or if y'all still under that system and under that, whatever. But that's what capitalism is. That's how capitalism.
That's how it works. Yeah.
And so I feel like, since we have decided to choose ourselves, and whatever way that looks, it's become problematic.
Yeah. Because it's disruptive to the systemic things that have tried to that have literally oppressed us for centuries, and so now we're in this space where Black women are more aware, Black women are more educated, Black women are more empowered and emboldened to just do us now. Like, we don't have to succumb to those structures anymore. Although they exist, we are opting out of functioning in those spaces. And so now they taking it as we being too proud, or we feeling ourselves, and we are, and we should, and we deserve to. But I don't feel as we're being prideful. I feel we are doing what really should have been done, a long time ago. Unfortunately, we didn't have the tools that we have now. But now that we are woke, now that we are awake, we're doing what we were created to do. And so people can go take several seats with that. Like, I'm serious. Like, you humble me. You can't humble me. You can't humble us. We've been humbled for centuries. We've been humiliated, because when people think humble, they're not thinking in a humility sense. They're thinking, I want to bring you low, know, and that's not
subservience.
No, like I saw somebody write, we're not that generation.
And we're not going back to that.
Exactly. We're not going back to that. So, with this climate, it's I think it's important for Black women to, like, we got to band together, because then there are some of us that are doing it to each other.
Yeah, because no one's coming to save us. I think that part of the challenge is, like you said, they do it in a way to make us subservient so that we're doing the same thing we've always done, which is fight for the same crumbs that they're giving us, like we're dogs under the master's table, right?
Yes.
And you've said it multiple times, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, right above the monkey, and that's where they want us to stay. And we're in a space where we're paving our own way, we're disrupting, like you said, the system. And I'm going to always go back to these examples of Black women of disrupting the system and how the system came for them to humble and say, how dare you? You have the audacity to come together and create your own venture capital firm to support and uplift Black female ventures, and so that you can close the wealth gap and help other Black women come up as entrepreneurs. How dare you? And sue them for reverse discrimination, right? And it's just like, so it's not about, I don't think it was about discrimination at all. I think the whole point was to, again, send a message and to try to break us, to make an example, to say, you can keep trying this if you want to. But I think that even in that, they push back because there's so many examples where we were excluded and it was okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
And so it's just like, okay. So that's just one example, but I think that there's also overt ways, that people feel like they just got to humble us and different stuff, So like, I started when I talked about audacity, the bootleg audacity, and I'm not even talking about the kind that they buy at Costco. It's just like, I don't know, what's the lowest wholesale place you can go to? I don't do Sam's Club, so I don't know. Maybe Sam's Club is Walmart's version. I don't know.
Dollar Tree, but
yeah. So wherever y'all getting this bootleg, this audacity, you getting it wholesale, you buying it, you need to return it. You need a refund for it. And I want your refund, as a matter of fact, because here's the thing. On this scale, because it's not, like you said, it's not all just other races. It's from within as well. Because if we're undone from within, and that's another conversation that we're going to have. But I think that one of the challenges is sometimes that when people are intimidated by Black women and Black women's success, they feel like, okay, we got to make you subservient. Because again, how dare you have this audacity? We got good audacity, not the bootleg audacity. So for instance, I know you've seen the video of the dude, the Black guy with the glasses and the comb over and this yellow stained tee, talking about he can't date a 5, but you got an ill-fitting suit on sitting there talking like you crazy, right? Sir, you don't even qualify for the kind of woman that you over here talking about you want. Talking about you can't date a 5, a woman that's a 5. Sir, you're not even a 5. You might be a 3. If that, and you got the audacity to say you can't date a 5.
Wow.
Right. So and it's just like, you know what? Okay, you like it. I don't have to love it. That's you. Do you, boo? Right. But it's the audacity of people like that, or oversized people who look like they from an alien planet, saying something, talking about, they woman got to be this and this and this and this. You don't qualify for that either. Or it's the ones who want to berate Black women as a reason, as an excuse to date outside the race. Why are Black women your talking point for dating outside your race? Why not just say that's your preference and leave it alone?
And leave it there.
No, you gotta dog Black women out as a reason, and it's just, you know what I'm saying. So when it's another way to humble Black women and make us subservient and make us feel some type of way, so that we're begging you for attention, we're begging you to want us, and it's like we're not doing that anymore. We're not. We're no.
I was just thinking, especially with our Black men and when they're acting like that, we can't dismiss, that the misogynistic behaviors that they have and men like that have. I mean, it's rooted in the white supremacy, that they've been trained. Like this is centuries of training for them. So now
you can't tell them that.
Yeah, you can't, because in their minds it's Black power and this is how Black. But I'm like, bruh, no, you are literally emulating what you were enslaved to. You know, you are literally doing what you saw Master doing to your women. You know what I'm saying?
It was a butt breaking process at that.
Exactly. So, you know, it's more of this. I feel like when Black women were in this state of this era of it's a lot of deconstruction going on, right? And not just religion, but we are deconstructing as far as who we were taught to think we were, who we have been. It's been embedded in us that this is who you are. If we go back a couple of generations, you know, my mom, my grandmother, my great grandmother, we can see the progression, right? But it has been literally every generation is trying to deconstruct from something that we were sold on, that we thought we were. We thought we had to be at the bottom of the totem pole. We didn't have any other, what's the way up? You know what I'm saying? But as time has gone on, we all like our generation is learning. I'm looking to see what my daughter's generation is getting ready to do, what my granddaughter's generation is getting ready to do, because we are now deconstructing that idea that we are less than, we are the bottom. Black women are the most educated in this country. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the statistics, we are the most educated people in the country, exceeding even white women.
Yeah.
So we're learning, we're gaining the information, but now it's about how can we deconstruct the idea that this is what this is who I'm supposed to be. Because a lot of times we're fighting within, because this is what I've been trained to be, but I know my mind is elevated. So, and this is what you know what I'm saying? So this whole warfare there.
It's breaking free of the grooming.
Right.
Breaking free of the grooming, because now it's like we're finding new ways to subvert and disrupt the system. And we're not doing, okay, so the tradition says you do this, and this. But the thing is, even when you do what the system tells you to do, it still doesn't work for you. Right. It doesn't work the way it said it was going to work for you if you do this, if you do that. Because it was never meant to. It was always a lie. It wasn't It was always meant to be a lie, to trick us into a form of indentured servitude, or sharecropping. Is just, I mean, if you think of it, along the way, they pay you just enough.
Yeah.
And sometimes not even that. So it's still a form of sharecropping, right? Which is still a form of slavery that continues.
Right.
And so because we dare to have audacity to hope, like Obama said, and break free from the system and from the way things are, and pave our own way, and finding unique ways, even in future generations, it's like, wait, we have to stop it. But can we stop it? No. Because you still need what we have. Here's the thing: what Black women woke up and realized. We woke up and chose violence because we realized that when we chose ourselves, we said, you can no longer have what's in our hand without taking us. Because that's what the system did. You just want what we had.
Right.
You want our intelligence. You want our ability to advance you in a lot of ways. You want our ability to multitask and make it look like we can do these things in our sleep, because we can. You want the beauty. You want the sexuality. You want all of these wonderful things that make you feel good, that enrich your life, but you don't want us.
No.
And the problem is, you can't have what's in my hand and not take me. And Black women realize that. And when we realized that, and we came together and said, no more. And we're finding ways to enrich ourselves and the community that is Black women, coming together and saying, how do we continue to enrich ourselves and provide growth opportunities, wealth opportunities, this, and this for each other, realizing that we're just building our own community, so that when we are well and is well with us and we're good, then we can really start doing that, and that's creating problems for others. And so it's just like, how dare you, whatever. And then when people feel insecure, and insecure, and we're no longer owning other people's insecurities when they act out against us because we're unbothered. Look at everything
that's a lot of times we don't realize that, okay, like you were saying, they don't want us. they only want what we can offer. They only want what we have. They only want our resources.
Correct.
And I'm thinking about, during slavery, how, they would take our milk. We got to nurse their children. They're taking from us, taking from our essence, taking from who we are, pilfering from our identity. Correct. Which is why it's such a struggle now, because they've pilfered so much from our freaking identity that we are so many Black women. I deal with Black women on a daily basis. We're fighting to figure out who the heck we are. Who are we? Who am I?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting not being humbled. I don't want to be that. But then I don't really even know how to really stand up, because I'm still trying to figure out, who am I?
Yeah. So when we talk about collective, in a previous episode, we talked about collective grief of Black women and things that we go through and why we say being a Black woman is traumatic and all of these things. This is why these are some of the reasons why we've chosen to take a step back. And choose ourselves and create safe spaces for us. And in creating safe spaces, that means we have to create safe medical facilities.
Yeah.
And safe welfare checks with welfare systems. That's why I like this movement of Black men who are coming together, policing, securing, our own neighborhoods and saying, no, you're not going to do this at this gas station or hanging out or just kind of securing gas stations. So Black women especially can pump gas safely without, with all that going. I love seeing that, or making sure their children get to school safely from bus stops and all this kind of carrying on. I'm loving to see that.
Yeah.
Because we need that if it's us, right? And it's very interesting that I don't know if you saw the report. It's a big thing online about this whites only community out in Arkansas.
Yes, right? In Ozark,
baby. And so there's this video, this guy, it's been taken down, but people have stitched it so much on TikTok about him talking about how, if Black people made their own community, we wouldn't bother them, And so, okay, pick a Black massacre, sir.
Yeah.
First of all, the most famous one, everybody always go talk about Tulsa, because some of the people still alive. Tulsa.
Yeah.
Black Wall Street. Pick one.
Yeah.
We have had our own.
Always been destructive to our things. Yeah.
Always have had our own. You just won't leave us alone when we do.
No.
And so it was very ironic. It was very bizarre. When people say stuff that I'm just like, is it truly ignorance, or is it meant to spark, you know what I'm saying, conversation, or to make people irate? Is it to go viral? Is it like, what is it? Because are you really this illiterate? Are you really this ignorant? Like, do you really have an absence of knowledge that really is out there before they started banning books and trying to rewrite history and say that these things didn't exist or whatever, right? Because there are still living people who could tell the history because it's their lived experience, right? Is it really, is it that the brain cells aren't firing on all cylinders? Is it lack of connection? Or is it meant to just, you know what I'm saying? Is it because it's, or is it just because you really want to go? I'm like, what is it, right? Because it's just, again, is it meant to be truly disrespectful? Or are you poking the bear, right? Because the bear is still sleeping.
Yeah.
The bear is hibernating, planning, and you don't know what the plan is because we ain't telling you.
Right.
It ain't happening online. We took everything offline.
Yeah,
we took everything offline. And the only thing we come online with is warnings every now and then. And there's warnings for Black women. Sit down.
Yeah.
Don't go out there. As soon as we hear something about a march, we hear something about something going on, don't go out there.
No.
But sit down. Don't go out there. We not participating. We still silent. We still ain't going to Target.
No.
And
everything's still shut down.
We still shut down. And the Dollar General boycott is somewhat working because now they've come out with advertising that's saying we are improving our stores. Have you liked the remodel of our stores? Rolling out remodeled stores, which is the crux of what Dr. Bryant was saying about Dollar General. Because, for instance, my sister Lisa, Miss Jen, her mom, shops at Dollar General because that is the only store.
Oh, wow.
In her area,
area.
miles to shop. So she gets her groceries from there. So like he said, it's not easy to not shop at Dollar General because it's only what we want to be able to do so with dignity, right?
Right.
And so to be able to identify with that and understand that, I was just like, I hope her store is going to get a remodeling because it is true. And so she was like, yeah. And she's a senior citizen. And so you're talking about people who have to shop at Dollar General. They get their groceries there. They get this, they get that. And so, being in Baltimore, obviously they have, she can get fresh produce because they have the produce stands, seasonal farmers market produce stands throughout the city or whatever. So she can get her fresh vegetables. That's not the issue. But groceries itself, right? And so being able to have that voice and take your dollars and be like, listen, we're not doing this. So if you hurt other stores where people have choices and they don't go and they start seeing a decline there.
Yeah, exactly.
It forces them to respond. And so I like seeing that. And again, part of the economic system is understanding that Black women hold the purse in the households.
Every time.
And so because we hold the purse in households,
we do the Target. Yeah, we keep these retailers open.
Correct. And so because we're shifting again those dollars, is a problem.
Yeah.
Do you know about Actively Black?
No.
Okay. Actively Black is a Black clothing brand. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
They are 100% Black owned and sourced.
Oh, wow.
Right? So you know about the farm to fork movement where you go from farm to table, right?
Right.
They're farm to clothing.
Oh, wow.
They source 100% of the cotton from all Black farmers. It's 100% Black economic wealth, right? So he's been doing a video. So he did a video about why their price point is the way it is. And he was like, we have to scale and it takes time to scale, right? So he was explaining scaling or whatever. I don't mind paying that price because one is building Black economic wealth. It's 100% from, again, Black farmers who are suffering right now and all this stuff. But to understand, obviously, margins, scaling, what it is, they have to get to a point where they can scale so that they can bring their price down, right? But right now they can't do that. And this is what it is to start. And I like that he's educating consumers, right? On the whole process of what it is to get to a point where you can scale, because the goal is to scale up so that you can price down. Right. And so he's been explaining that whole process and doing a video on it. And I love that he did that because a lot of times we will hem and haw about the price of Black designers and Black clothes, but you don't have a problem paying that for Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, Steve Madden, and other folks. And some of them have even blatantly said they don't even want you in their clothes.
Right.
But we probably support that, right? So I love that he has been educating about that whole piece. So again, we're talking about shifting our Black dollars as Black women, and that's what we've been doing. And I've been seeing a lot of, especially the influencers, Black female influencers, promoting more Black business, right? So obviously the lip bar, if you're a girly, makeup girly, the lip bar is one, and scale, because she was in Target. I don't know if she's still in Target, but she's been doing a lot more online in her space online on TikTok and doing videos, but showing you other places where you can get her products and different things, right? Because the lip bar is in Ulta, they're in Sephora, so you don't have to go to Target, y'all.
Wow.
The lip bar is in
other places.
I think she's trying to get on TikTok Shop too, if she's not already on there, right? So there are other places where you can get her products. So I'm loving to see that across spectrums there's more of this Black ownership, in particular Black women taking our dollars for Black owned, everything, right? But understanding the price point of what people can afford to at the same time. And so I'm seeing things for people who have that extra disposable residual income versus those who struggling but still want to support, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that that is a reason why people again want to try to humble Black women in a disrespectful way, because how dare you? How dare you take your money away
How
from
dare
us
you do? Yeah, how dare
and
you
put
do
it in your
you?
own community? How
Yes,
dare you?
yeah,
How
yeah.
dare you better
All
yourself
lives
and
matter.
disrupt and take yourselves out of the equation? Now we got to figure something else out.
Yeah,
And
yeah, because the entitlement makes them feel that it should be inclusive. But this is our time for exclusivity. This is our time to be bold and happy about doing us. And I just want all of our Black women, like we just got to come on the same page. And that's once again, that's a part of this deconstruction, learning how to work together, learning how to support one another, learning how to, like you said, consider our social, the SESs, like some people can afford, some people can't. So, but all of us have something in us that we can create, promote, contribute. This is how our Black community grows in our economics. But if we're just, pinching here and I want to be rich and I want to be rich, it's the same mindset that we're trying to break away from. So we got to create a building mindset. Like we're here to build. Like, so our silence is about us in the background building. We're building our legacies. We're building our businesses. There are so many new Black women owned businesses now that have emerged. This is what it's all about,
It's to pop out and show them.
Yeah, but we gotta come together though. Like we gotta, because we can be self-sabotaging. We can be so self-destructive at times.
Because it's definitely that crabs in a barrel mentality. And again, it's an inferiority complex. It's you dealing with your insecurities. It's also you dealing with imposter syndrome. And when you don't properly deal with those internal issues, then you start lashing out. There's no need. It's room for everybody. But when you don't, when you have those issues, you can't see that. You can't see the forest. You can't see the forest for the trees, right? Because you're right there, and that's when jealousy and envy comes into play. And now I got to figure out how to, do this, and this, and that's not healthy for where we're going and where we're building, because we need each other to do so. But part of that mentality is also, I'm good with you coming up as long as you don't pass me. That's not helpful in the process. That's not helpful. I'm good with you. You can even be here with me. We can both be
but don't go above me.
And if you go up, but you can't go up before me. As if you feel like if I go up, I won't pull you up too. There's that fear. It's a real fear, because we've seen, because it's happened. But at the same time, are you willing to do the work to go past this? Because I'm tired. I'm bored.
I'm ready to go. Right.
So this is why I say find your tribe, because eagles can only soar with eagles.
Right.
And the problem is, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, the problem is pigeons and doves want to soar with eagles, but you can't handle the altitude.
No.
And the responsibility of a good leader is to make sure that, if I take you with me where you are, you're going to suffocate and die. And that's irresponsible.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Take it how you want, feel how you feel, but evaluate yourself. And what is it going to take for me to be able to soar with eagles? Now, let's talk eagle to eagle. Okay, great. You soaring, but what kind of eagle are you? Are you an American bald eagle? Are you a golden eagle? Because golden eagles are rare.
Yeah.
Right? Very rare. And so a lot of times if you search for photos of golden eagles, they're going to give you a bald eagle or some other type, because they're rare, right? So we can talk eagle to eagle. We're soaring. We're still soaring at a high altitude, but how rare are you?
Right.
Right. And so sometimes even at that high altitude, there's still that competition, because I want to be rare like you, but are you willing to put in the work to get to that rarity?
Yeah.
And some things are just innate. You mad because God gave me something.
Yeah. I mean,
you mad because God, I didn't make me.
Right. And
I just cultivated what was in me. or I got other people to help me.
Yeah.
But I also humbled myself enough to say, okay, let me listen. I may not like it, but what do I do with this information, and how do I take it and maximize myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Through it, right? And I think that to get over this whole people feeling like they need to humble Black women as a community, as collective Black women, we just need to, first of all, like, understand that we are not each other's competition.
No, we're not. We're a team.
And that's a mindset shift.
You took the words literally, the exact words out of my mouth. Mindset shift. That requires a mindset shift. Because if we are a team, then we have different roles. We have different positions. I love basketball. That's one of my
pass the ball, baby. Pass the ball. Don't be a ball.
Like don't be trying to, when you're supposed to be defending, don't be trying to shoot
power forward.
3-point. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not
you a guard trying to be a power forward. Sit down.
Stop it. Do your part.
Play your position.
You know what I'm saying? But we live in a society that kind of idolizes and praises certain things. And so I think a lot of times we try to ascribe to those things, because I want to be as a coach, as a Black coach, I love creating I'm always building a list of Black mental health professionals that I can refer clients to, because I'm like, let me help my sister, let me help my brother. Let's keep it within the community. I'm not greedy. I'm not, it's my business and I'm going to eat all. No, we all
send people to Renee and Sean. And you want to virtual, we can have a conversation. Blah, blah, blah.
Listen, I love supporting my sisters and brothers. It doesn't have to be about me. I don't have to, I'm like, if I can eat, then you can eat, then we all can eat. Like, we can create a huge, our economic system can be, it can be invented again, reinvented.
I think part of it too is we need to not shun some of the things that helped us build wealth back in the day, and part of that was barter, right? Everything can't be barter. Everything can't be barter.
But there are some things that can.
There are some things that can. For instance, if you're in health and wellness space, we can barter.
You can barter.
I barter coaching services to get a physical trainer.
Absolutely. To
get started, because physical trainers are not cheap.
No, they're not.
So, I was like, what's your price point? She was like, what's your price point? And let's barter.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this for you on this particular service that I provide in that price point. I was like, cool, I can do this for you.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I really need the coaching, and I know you do some therapy. I was like, yeah. She's like, I need that. So we were able to barter and build each other up and get to a place where, okay, I'm good. I'll get, you know what I'm saying? And get that help, get that start and get what I needed. And she got what she needed, right?
Yes.
Some things, everything can't be on barter, but some things can. And that's how a lot of things move forward and help. And we help build and get each other, because again, a lot of it is that mindset work, right? So I don't mind helping you do that mindset work, but what are you going to barter for me that I need, right? So if you are great at marketing, holla.
Exactly.
If you're great at event planning, don't get me wrong, I can do event planning. I just don't want to.
But holla. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not time for that. I'm not doing all that too.
We got to work smart, not hard. God is.
And I think that's how we break free. When I say break free, how we turn our focus onto, again, we continue to stay focused on what we're building as a community versus, not allowing ourselves to be provoked as they continue to poke the bear, to want to humble Black women and make us subservient and feel some type of way and make us feel like, we're wrong for what we're doing. Because that's the other thing, y'all, it's the guilt trip. They're trying to make us feel guilty for, well, why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you coming alongside us to fight this? And
I'm saying it my way, though.
Yeah.
You're not gonna control.
The other thing is too, first of all, y'all like playing defense.
Right.
We were trying to be on the offensive and tell you some stuff so that we could be ahead of the game. And now y'all over here want to play defense. And now you 40 points behind trying to come up. Get out of here.
Yeah. Play on your own. I'm out the game. I'm on the sideline. I'm on the bench.
I'm trying to tell you that you was going to start off 40 points behind.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Not doing
We're
that.
not. This is not our fight. We've said it, and
we've been fighting all our
you didn't want
lives.
black women because you didn't want the black woman. So
No.
since you didn't want the black woman that was going to prevent all of this and try to tell you, and people continue to say black women try to tell you, we did. But at the point, when do you stop talking to a dead horse?
Right.
When you finally realize that horse is still not gonna move.
No, because it doesn't value our voice.
Right.
And until you all learn to value our voices, we will keep our voices within our own system, like we're creating our own system.
Yeah.
And I just pray we don't mirror anything that we have, kind of inherited over these centuries. I pray that we literally create a healthy system where the black woman can not be at the bottom and not struggle at the bottom, but we can be equal. We can be right at the, you know what I'm saying? And I know we will never be, equipped. It won't be equivalent.
Yeah.
But we can be equal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we just keep striving like we are doing. Honey, nobody can humble me. Nobody.
Mm-mm.
Because I'm not haughty. You mistaken it's your issue if you're mistaking my dignity for
First of all, I pray to be humble every day because first of all, let me tell you, God will teach you some humility as well, right?
Yeah.
But like my crown broke.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gone, and then my tooth back here cracked, and I mean it cracked all the way up to the root. So I couldn't save it as much as we tried to. So right. And so I got to get this fixed, but part of it is like, no, like I'm gonna get it fixed because I'm not walking.
Yeah.
But it's a humbling experience to realize that nobody's perfect. You can do everything that you're supposed to do, flaws, you can do all of that stuff. Listen, my sister flaws, she did all that stuff, and she was upset. She's like, I got a cavity. I said, yeah. She took. I mean, when I tell you that my sister was like angry about her teeth and all that stuff, and she still ended up with a cavity, she was upset. But mind you, she was all like late in her 40s, almost 50, before she got a cavity, her first cavity.
Right. That's a win, girl. Stop.
That's still a win. But I say that because you can do everything.
Yeah.
And still end up with something, right? Nobody's perfect. And I think that perfectionism is a sickness. And that's going to be another topic that we're going to talk about with Black women, and coming out of that zone of perfectionism and feeling like we have to be perfect. Because if not, nobody's gonna want you no way.
Period.
Because they don't want you now. They want what's in your hand.
Because of this, right?
Value is not in being perfect and dotting every I and crossing every T. Your value is in knowing that you are more than enough in and of yourself, and keep doing what you're doing, which is shining and rocking out and doing what you're doing and popping out and showing them. Just like I do with my hair monthly. I'm gonna pop out and show you. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but pop out and show you with new hair every month.
Yeah, you're gonna see something new these days. Yeah,
hello August. I don't know what September gonna look like, but for August,
this is the August do.
Butterfly locks.
Yeah, I think as Black women continue to heal through the transgenerational trauma that we deal, like we don't even know we deal with it, but it's in there, And I think the more we heal in those spaces,
the better.
We're waking up. We're getting it. It's a slow churn, but it's going. And I'm really proud of us. I'm proud of what I see us doing, and of course, my view is limited, but I'm proud of the view I do have and what I see happening. I'm just like, let's go, sis. Let's go. Good. We're doing this thing. We're doing this thing.
Great talk today, you guys. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Classified Lady with me, Dr. H, and soon to be Dr. Coach Renee Roberts.
Yes, almost there.
Until next time, y'all. Check us out. Same bad time, same bad channel. And another great topic on, how we gonna help Black women heal and be whole and, get over all of this trauma of just waking up being a Black woman. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Bye.
Bye.